How come fitness people cut all the time and lose weight with almost a 100% success rate, while there are people who still struggle to lose weight? The crucial thing we have to cover is that your first time losing weight is the hardest time losing weight. The reason why this is because one person has the skill of weight loss while the other person doesn't. You need to develop the skill before you can actually deploy it. Your first time losing weight isn't actually the most successful weight loss you're ever going to do. It might be the craziest, it might be the biggest, but it's not going to give you the craziest physique because your very first time is primarily going to be burdened and spent on learning the basics of what works when it comes to fat loss. You have so much to learn that you have no idea. You're going to get some things right, you're going to get some things wrong. There's going to be a lot of trial and error throughout this entire process. And remember, you spend this time learning and you get more psychological growth compared to the more visual results that you get down the road. The first 3 months of dieting for every beginner is what I like to call the pit of despair. It's that phase that I just described where you make no progress throughout your diet. For those first 3 months, maybe those first 2 months, depending on how much it lasts for you, it feels like you're making no progress. You make no visible changes, you kind of fluctuate in weight, you go up and down, maybe something works, then you regain the weight and you start losing hope. This is actually where most people fall off with their dieting journey. I think it's like 80% of people don't even get past the first couple of months. So if you can stick through this, you are quite exceptional. And this pit of despair that I just explained only actually comes once. If you go through it that one first time and become successful with weight loss, you never have to go through it again. But if you do fail and you do drop off, the next time you diet, you're also going to have to go through that pit of despair again. So hopefully this can kind of push you over the edge to just stick to it. The second thing we have to cover is that cutting is not weight loss. What does that even mean? Like, of course you lose weight in both instances, right? So for anyone that doesn't know what cutting is, this is like the bodybuilding or like the athlete term of losing weight. And the biggest separation between a person who is cutting and the person who is losing weight is that the person who cuts, as previously mentioned, already has the acquired skills of weight loss and no longer needs to go through that psychological phase of learning, trying things and failing things. While the person who loses weight needs to take those extra couple of months, pay down your ignorance and knowledge debt, and develop the basic skills of weight loss. So this is why athletes can lose weight on their first time and do it 100% of the time, whereas overweight people just getting started with their weight loss journey need to go through those couple of months of trial and error. It's not hard to lose weight again if you've lost it once in the past. And just put it this way, my first time losing weight to make any noticeable changes took me about 12 months, whereas anytime I want to lose weight now, I can basically get the same amount of progress within 3 to 4 months. Why? Because I don't have to go through that psychological bullshit phase where I kept on running headfirst against the wall and making no progress. I know what works and I can now exponentially lose the weight. All you have to do is just copy and paste what worked in the past, maybe improve on it a little bit every single time you go through another weight loss phase or another cutting phase, and it's as simple as that. So bearing this in mind, how do we find a dieting method that works? This is gonna suck, but you're gonna have to try all of them. If you are in that pit of despair phase within months 0 to 3 within your weight loss journey and you're a beginner, you've never gotten completely shredded, then you just have to try everything. And I mean every single diet there is, every single technique, try to implement all of them. Watch all the videos of like the 10 little hacks that will reduce your appetite, the 10 little tricks to boost your metabolism. Once you add all of them together, you're gonna get this weird blueprint that works for you and doesn't work for anyone else. And this is the only way that I've seen people lose weight and keep it off successfully. They pull a bunch of small ideas that they enjoy from all across the fitness world, implement what they like into their diet, and then actually lose the weight. So, you know, maybe you took low carbs from the carnivore diet, but you don't only stick to the carnivore diet. You like intermittent fasting, but not as long as most people do it. Maybe you just skip breakfast and then eat a little bit earlier. Along with this, maybe you also like tracking calories, but you don't completely obsess over it to the point where it ruins your life. This is how I went about it and it worked amazingly well for me. If you want to 10x your weight loss, press that first link in the description, join our free Skool group. At 100 members, I'll make it paid, so if you join now, you get it free for life. If I give you anything of value, consider subscribing and don't forget to stay savvy with your diet.